For the Unit 12 review, it says round all answers to the nearest tenth if necessary. Circle your answers. So this right here, this statement, I believe is for the entire test. Because here, you're not going to get decimals. You're counting faces, edges, and vertices. Determine the number of faces in the polyhedron. Alright, so for the number of faces, we have the one at the bottom. Then we have 4 triangles. So that would give me 5 faces. Edges, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then for the vertices, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says use Euler's formula to find the missing number. So if we need to find faces, we have the edges and vertices. So faces plus vertices, so that'd be plus 5, equals edges, which is 8, plus 2. So I would add my 8 and my 2, subtract the 5, and get the faces is 5. Okay, so here I'm given that the faces are 6 plus the vertices of 8 equals the edges plus 2. So 14 equals edges plus 2. Subtract my 2, and edges are 12. Alright, now for the bottom part, it says use the rectangular prism for both parts A and B. So first, let's talk about how do we go about finding the surface area of the... So the surface area formula is 2 times length times width, 2 times length times height, and 2 times width times height. We're going to go ahead and label this length, width, and height, and then I just start plugging in. So I would do 19 and 4, and then for my length, again 19 times height 6, plus 2 times the width, which is 4, times the height, which is 6. Then I would go ahead and multiply each one of these parts of the equation. So if I multiply these together, I get 152. If I multiply the middle part, 2, 19, and 6, I get 228. And if I multiply the last part, I get 48. I add these together, and we get 428 feet squared. For the volume, you just have to multiply length times width times height. So we would get 19 times 4 times 6. And if I multiply those together, I get 456 feet cubed. Okay, for number 7, for the triangular prism, the surface area, we have to find the lateral area and then the surface area. So the lateral area is h times p. And this means the height of the prism, so this is the height of the prism. And that is 12. And then the P is the perimeter of the base. Well, the base is this triangle. Okay? So the perimeter would be 3 plus 4 plus the hypotenuse, which we don't know. So to get the hypotenuse, I need to do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And 3 and 4 are my a and my b. So we get 9, 16, and that is 25. So the square root of both sides would be 5. So I know that this length here is 5. So now if I add 3, 4, and 5, I get 12. 12 times 12 is 144. Okay, this 144 represents just the rectangles that are like this top one, the one back here on the side, and then the big rectangle at the bottom. The surface area includes the rectangles as well as the 2 triangles. So for the surface area, I would do lateral area, HP. We know that HP is 141. Plus 2 times big B. Well, big B means the area of the base. So the area of the base is a triangle. So I have to think about, okay, what is the formula for a triangle for the area? And that's 1/2 base times height. So for my triangle, I would do the 1/2 times the base of the triangle, which is 4. And the height of the triangle, this is height of the triangle, is 3. So now if I calculate 2 times 1/2, we know that these would cancel out. So all I'm left with is 4 times 3, which is 12. If I add these together, I get 156. So that is my surface area for this triangular prism. Okay, now it asks for volume. Volume is big B times H. So once again, the big B is this part right here. Right? Big B was 1/2 base times height. We figured out that it was 1/2 times 4 times 3. So 1/2 times 4 times 3. But then this height is the height of the prism, which is 12. Okay, that's this height right here. So now if I multiply these together, 4 times 3 is 12. And 12 times 12 is 144. We are just taking half of the 144. And that would be a total of 72 centimeters cubed.